Hey everyone, welcome to another MLM shit show, and today we're back to watch a Xyngular training. This is not an MLM that I see a lot of videos being made about. I think I made a few videos in the past about them. In my opinion, they're kind of problematic. Not kinda, they are problematic. First of all, because their products are, from what I've seen and from what I've came to a conclusion, are laxatives and appetite suppressants. They're overly expensive as well, and also I get a little bit of fat phobic vibes from this company and the reps. So yeah, it is so dark. I think I need a bigger ring light. I stole this shirt from my boyfriend. I don't wear Tommy. I think they're too expensive, but I have to give them the shirt. Is really nice and comfy actually, but yeah, it's a little bit too much for my budget. Don't forget to click the like and subscribe button if you'd like to support me. I would really appreciate it. And let's just put a little disclaimer in here and let's get into this shit show. Okay, let's just get into this. Grab your coffee, grab your snacks, because like I said, it's going to be a long one. I'm not going to speed anything up, so...
Hello. Welcome, everybody. I know some of you are still getting connected, so I'll probably repeat myself a few times here. But welcome to our new distributor success call. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being present with us. I know that the summer evenings get really busy, and we want to go on our walks and hikes and be with our family, but I know that it's a great opportunity for you guys to kind of chime in and learn a little bit more about what you're getting yourself into as a new distributor with Xyngular. And we're just super excited to have you. So we're going to give it just a minute as we're adding more and more people to the Zoom.
Did he say Xyngular? If so, I have been mispronouncing their name. Oh well.
As a way of introduction, my name is Helaman. I am part of the field development team here at Xyngular. And I am here with Taylor. Taylor, if you want to go ahead and say hi.
Hello, everyone.
So Taylor we're both kind of co-hosting this new distributor success call. So we just wanted to make sure that we wanted to say thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being present. Thank you for saying yes to this opportunity. And like I said, we'll just give it a minute here just so we can get people trickled in. This new distributor success call is pretty awesome because we have the opportunity to kind of give you a sneak peek of what we're all about here at Xyngular. And so it's really cool that we're able to kind of just chime in, give you some insights, point you in the right direction, right? Make sure you guys know what's going on, some of the basics. We don't have any guest speakers. It's just me and Taylor. So we're just going to talk a little bit about Xyngular itself. And so, yeah, but yeah, it looks like we're going to get started. It looks like we have a lot of people just added in just right now. So like I said, my name is Helaman. I'm part of the field development team. I'm here with Taylor, and we're co-hosting this new distributor success call. If you're not familiar with Zoom already, I'm sure you are. There's a chat. We would love to hear where you're chiming from. And the reason why we want you to do this is just because...
What? There's a chat on Zoom. Oh, thank you. Thank you for enlightening us, sir. How very kind of you.
It's really cool for us to see where everyone is from. Knowing that you're not alone in all this, right? It's not just like a handful of distributors from a very specific part of the world. We actually have a great community that is worldwide. And we have a lot of people from the United States. We have people from Canada. We have people from the Philippines. And so being able just to see where people are from, and it gives you a great opportunity to use that chat because we're going to use it for some giveaways. And so I want to make sure you guys know exactly where that is at. So that being said, so it looks like we got people from Minnesota, New Jersey, Illinois, California, Kansas City, New York, all over the place. So really cool to see all of that. Well, I'm going to get the show on the road. We want to respect your time. You were here, you were present. So we want to make sure we get started here. Well, welcome. Welcome. You are here for a very specific reason. You are here because you have decided to say yes to this opportunity. And you come from very different categories, right? Either you got started as a distributor with Xyngular and you're ready to roll, or maybe you started as a member and you decided to upgrade, right? And so also a cool part about this as well is maybe some of you are no longer distributors, but you already have hit your first rank of manager. So we kind of have a big, different people coming from different backgrounds, but everything's basically the same here when it comes to, well, let's let you learn and help you learn about the basics, right? And so just wanted to extend that welcome to you guys. So last month, month of May, we had over 600 distributors join Xyngular. And like I said, you come from those different kind of categories, but you are one of that 600, meaning you are somebody that decided to say yes, you want to get started, and maybe you're here just because you just want to get some of those basics, and we're here to give you that, okay? So welcome. We have a lot of great excitement here at Xyngular, and we're happy you're here. So here's the part of the giveaway. So it's going to be kind of fun because what we want you to do, you guys already tested that chat button. What we want you to do is as you get on that chat, I want you to put your name, where you're from, why did you join Xyngular, and what's something that is your superpower? What are you really good at, right? Or maybe something that's interesting about yourself. So put it all in one text. So I want you to put your name, comma, location, comma, why did you join Xyngular, comma, and then your superpower or what makes you unique or different or something that you're really good at. And we would love to hear from you. This is going to come into play a little bit later. So go ahead and do that. It looks like we have some people. Great job, Lexi. Exactly. Lexi, Illinois. Why did she get started with Xyngular? And then at the end, it says her superpower is caring for others. So Lexi, that's awesome.
I notice a pattern of them over explaining simple things in these calls, and I am really curious if this is how this call is gonna go as well. Obviously, there's not much I can say. I might cut this part out, but I might just leave it in so that people can say you're cropping stuff out of the video to take it out of context. So I think I'm just gonna play the whole video. We're already 5 minutes in. He didn't really say too much.
The perfect format that we need here. So basically follow that format right there. It's going to come into play, but we want to get to know you, right? And as part of the field development team, we're all about knowing about our distributors, knowing about what your ins and outs are. It was really cool to see where we're coming from, what's your superpower, and why you got started with Xyngular. And we're going to see a lot of commonalities, which is super awesome. Okay, so kind of a roadmap to success. We want to make sure you understand the layout of our Zoom today. That way you guys are not confused or not knowing where to go. It's always nice to know what is it that you're expecting from this. So first, we're going to start out by just talking about Xyngular, right? Who are we as a field development team? Who are we as a company? Then we're going to go to point number 2 and talk about how to stay connected, right? What are some of the Facebook pages that you should be following? What is the field development team all about? Ways that you should stay connected with your team, right? With your upline and coach and stuff like that. And then at the very end, we're going to talk about how you could start strong and stay strong with Xyngular, talking about some very, very crucial tips and ways for you to get some of those first enrollments if you haven't done so already, and just to kind of be consistent with what you're trying to accomplish here at Xyngular. So that's kind of a roadmap to success. So be on the lookout for these specific areas. But we wanted to go ahead and jump right in. So we want you to stay connected, okay? So connect with us. We have a wonderful field development team, very awesome opportunity for us to work with you. So that's what we do. We're very, very field facing is what we say, the field being you guys. And we really love to connect and talk to our distributors, right? We try to plug in team trainings, one-on-one phone calls. And so this is a little bit about our team here. So we're divided in different parts of the country. It's not divided up into states here because it kind of gets a little bit messy. But as you can see, Marissa is kind of our leader. She's the one that kind of runs the show here. We connect with her. She has so much network marketing and industry experience. And then we have the rest of the team here. So we have Brock Jensen, who covers the Northwest and Canada. We have myself that covers the Plains. The Plains, if you kind of think about it, it's kind of that Kansas, Oklahoma, Nebraska area. Lexi has Texas, half of Texas, the west of Texas, and the Southwest. Cliff covers our Latino market. Taylor, who's with us today, she's in the Northeast. Reed Fletcher, who's in the Midwest. And then Locke, who covers the other half of Texas. and the Southeast. Again, we're not going into the weeds of who covers what state. Just be sure to connect.
Oh, please do not go into more details. This is already like, why the fuck do people care? I mean, obviously, because people can reach out to these leaders, but still, I've never seen they do this actually in any of the opportunity calls, because usually like the rep that invited you would be the one that you should reach back out to. So I'm not sure why are they just showing reps per location here. I don't know. Anyway.
And we will get you to the right person. We just want to make sure you know who we are. That way we can help you in any way, shape, or form. Okay. So here's kind of a map kind of to show a little bit where our demographics is and where we're from. Here's some of the areas. If you look at the map, you can kind of tell. This is not a test about your geography. So if you failed US, geography, you're not sure where things are at, do not worry about it. We will help you. Like I said, just connect with us. We'll get you the right person. But as you can see, you kind of see the layout of how we kind of divided the regions to make sure that you are in the right place, in the right field development manager, so we can get you started and excited for your journey here at Xyngular. Okay. So I'm going to pass the time over to Taylor. She's going to talk a little bit about some of the perks that you get when you get into Xyngular. So Taylor, take it away.
Like, I'm just confused. If this is an online biz and you're your own boss and whatever, why do you have to connect with a person that's geographically the closest to you? If it's an online biz and it doesn't matter and you work remotely. I was kind of looking at their income disclosure statement. We're going to go through the numbers because I feel like there's going to be income claims made in this training. So I have it ready there. That's what I was staring at. So I might have missed something that he said. But anyway, let's move on.
Thank you so much, Helamin. I am actually going to take a second before we get started on a lot of the perks that you get here at Xyngular. We're actually going to do a little bit of a giveaway section. So everybody that participated in including the details about themselves, then I'm going to go and I'm just going to pick a couple winners, and we're going to send one of our complete probiotic, which is our newest product. If you guys haven't tried it, it's amazing. So I'm going to pick a couple of people who responded here. We love being able to connect with you guys, and getting connected with the community is such a valuable part of Xyngular. We have a really awesome community and culture. And so you'll learn quickly, if you haven't already, like participate in these types of things, right? Like get to know other people, introduce yourself. Like that's the whole point of what we do here. So I'm going to pick a couple people. Let's see. Judy Hartman from California likes to help others experience these great products, and she likes to help make other people happy. I love that, Judy. So we'll have Judy Hartman as one of our winners. Let's scroll up a bit. Let's see. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce this one. Jana Dunn. She said, Floydada, Texas. Her friend Debbie Hanks told her about the great benefits, and she felt that she was being led by the Holy Spirit to help people. So that's awesome. But congrats, Jana and Judy, and I will reach out to you guys separately and coordinate those products. So just kind of be watching for that. But we're going to go ahead and get started on some of these instant perks and why Xyngular, right? Like, why are you here and what are some of the benefits now that you are here? So daily commissions and payouts on your sales. So you guys, Xyngular is amazing, and network marketing in general, but Xyngular specifically, they have a very fast payout system. So a lot of places, especially if you work a 9-to-5 job, you have to wait your 2 weeks, your pay period, whatever it is, and you're usually getting paid like bi-monthly. But with Xyngular, you're getting daily payouts on each of those sales. And you've probably seen people post about it. Like they'll post the emails that they get where they're getting paid not just every day, but multiple times a day, right? And it's cool because they can literally see like Xyngular was paid, or you were paid by Xyngular, you were paid by Xyngular. So that's a really, really, really great perk. You get your own personal Xyngular website. So that's another.
Okay. First 10 minutes into the call and we're already making these claims. I mean, didn't really make claims. She just said, oh, well, there's a chance for you to get payouts multiple times a day. However, I'm going to link the income disclosure statement down below in the description box if you want to check it out. But I'm just going to read out what I'm seeing here. So they made a point of saying that 84% of Xyngular members are only product customers. So this is like, hey guys, we're not a pyramid scheme. See how many customers we have, which is fine. And then 16% are distributors who are interested in building a business. However, a whopping 68.42% of distributors earn no income at all. So they are hustling, trying to build the business, attending calls, trying to recruit, trying to sell. They receive no income at all. They don't get these daily paychecks because they're not earning anything. The next 24.63% are sitting at the very lowest rank of the company, as they usually do in multi-level marketing, where the lowest monthly income is $1. Yes, you heard that right. And then average monthly income is $74, which does not include expenses. It does not include how much these products cost. So these distributors are very much likely not earning any profit. They're not getting any profit out of this biz. Shocker, eh? Over 90% of distributors earn nothing or 74 on average. But averages, we always say this, averages can be misleading because most people can earn a little bit of money and then someone can blow up and earn a lot of money, and that's going to kind of make the average monthly income bigger. So you can see how easy it is. You're spending so much money on product and you're spending so much of your time and effort to try to build this business, but then you're not really getting any profit out of it. So that's just sad.
Kind of fee that you go into when starting your own business, right, is like having to think about who's going to design the website and who's going to maintain it, and anytime you need changes and all those little tiny details, right, that can be a lot of work and a lot of money. But we manage all of that on our end, and then you just have your own specific URL. So anytime we're making changes to products, if we add a new product, right, that's automatically going to be added to your own personal website. This is a link that you can send out to people that they can purchase, and then it'll automatically go directly to you. So that's another perk of being with Xyngular. Our Quick Start program, which we'll talk a little bit more about in a little bit, it's part of our reward system that will compensate you for selling, mentoring, and growing within your first 30 days. So it's kind of just like a little bit of a pick me up, like, hey, if you can get going and get that momentum going, we're going to reward you extra for that. So we'll talk about that in a moment, but that's another one of our perks. All of the training tools that you need to become successful. We talked about a couple different resources, Helium and myself being one of those, right? There's literally a whole team of people that's dedicated to helping you be successful. We talked about that. Personal Xyngular website, which is a tool, trainings like this, which is a tool, right? Just different things that you need to help you find your path to success. There's a ton of that here at Xyngular. And honestly, like there's so much of it that you probably don't even need to partake in every single tool and resource that we have to offer. But we just have so many options so that no matter how it is that you learn or who you are, that you'll find something that you can resonate with and kind of help you on your way to success. We have award-winning products, you guys. Trim Sticks was one of the weight loss products of the year that it had come out. It's a lot of you guys are here because you have such great testimonies of products. I don't need to sell you guys on this one. I already know that you know that. But it's great to be at a place where our products do what they say they're going to do, right? It's easy to sell things that you are passionate about and that you believe in. And so it's really great when you are aligned with that, when you're aligned with what the products do and helping people. I know a lot of people put on here that was like the reason that they started was because they want to help people, and our products do that. And then I mentioned this a little bit as well, a community to help support you. So again,
okay, I gotta interrupt that. Do they though? Because you are literally eating a bunch of appetite suppressants and then at the evening you're taking a laxative. It's literally called Flush or something like that. Oh my god, my mic. So sure, for me, in my opinion, and as someone who has been through a good share of toxic diet culture, which have also helped me, I use that term loosely, develop two different EDs at two different points in my life. I feel like I have to share my opinion on this Xyngular. I keep saying Xyngular, oh my god. Program seems very restrictive and very unsustainable to me because yes, you might lose some weight in the beginning by obviously suppressing your appetite, getting laxatives, spending a lot of time on the toilet, pooping everything out that you ate. Yes, it probably will cause some weight loss, but also it is not sustainable over the longer period of time in my opinion, and you're also risking to get all the weight back plus some when you go back to eating, if you go back to eating normally. And if you don't go back to eating normally, like I said, to me this kind of eating it's very toxic and it is very dangerous. Yeah, I really don't think that you need any supplements in order to lose weight. You just need to change your lifestyle, adapt your lifestyle. It's important to be in a caloric deficit, and it is important to move a lot.
Back to Helium and myself, like the corporate community, but as well as just other distributors, right? There's 600 new distributors just last month that have been added to this amazing community that we have. And you're now a part of that, right? And if you have the chance to get to your first event, I recommend doing that as fast as you possibly can, because there's nothing like it. Once you get to your first event and you can see in person like that culture that we have and just connecting with people that are like-minded and have similar goals to you, there's nothing like it. So those are just a couple of the perks, and I'm sure that there's going to be many more that you'll find along your way. Hillman, if you want to go to the next slide. I just barely mentioned events, right? So if you're new here, which most of you probably are, we have 2 annual events. We have one in the spring, which is called Zing Fling. We just barely held it in April. And we have one in the fall, which is going to be held this October. We call it Zing Fest. And it's going to be in Kansas City, which is going to be super exciting. You guys were so excited to be able to kind of come to this region. A lot of our distributors, I know there's some people in here that said that they're from Kansas City. This is kind of like the heart of where a lot of our distributors are. So we think it's going to be really special and really amazing. Something that's really great about being a first-time attendee to one of our events is that you actually get a massive discount for registering. If this is your first-time event, you can call into our member service team and they can help you register for just $59. So if you see, that's like a steep discount. It's a $110 discount from even the early bird price. And so, yeah, it's an amazing deal. But the thing is, you have to call member service for that. Okay. If you just go to the registration link, which I'm going to post here in a moment, if it's not your first event, you can just click through this registration link that I'm going to post in the chat. But if it is your first event, make sure that you call into member service to get that discount. If you've already registered and you are a first time and you're like, I didn't know about the discount, but I've already paid the full price, you can call into member service and they can help you with that as well. So keep that in mind. Events are where leaders are born. Events is where everything happens. And this is just a great place to come and fill your cup and get more information about how you can move forward in building your successful business.
Let's just take a moment to appreciate the ticket prices. So the first time in person, your ticket is gonna cost $59. However, the normal ticket prices for registration is $169, and that's for 3 days. Late registration is $199, and then again it says first time attendees. So that's just for the ticket prices. That's so expensive. You probably have to pay for your own flights. I mean, we've just seen the income disclosure statement. Most of the distributors don't earn anything. So most of the distributors don't have any rights or didn't earn the free trips or anything. So along with this fucking high prices of the tickets, you still have to cover your flights or whichever way you're traveling over there, and you still have to pay for your accommodation, which is a lot of money.
Something that I'm going to just kind of lightly touch over is our passport program and events. You guys, I have not been at a company or seen another company that has a passport program like Xyngular has, right? And you're going to talk to so many people. I'm sure a lot of you have uplines or, cross-lines, sister lines that have had so many amazing experiences with this. But we're going to talk a little bit about Founders Club, which is one of the things that just really helps you build your business. And along the way of building your business, you're earning these amazing all expenses paid for trips, right? Actually, this week we had people that were in the office. We were giving them tours all day for one of our passport program events called Directors Invitational. We had people come out here. They're staying at the beautiful Sundance Resort, all expenses paid. They get to come and tour the office. So again, if you're curious about the passport program, reach out to one of us on the field development team. We can give you a walkthrough of exactly what trips there are, how you can be on those trips, what the qualifications are, because I bet that a lot of you are closer than you think to getting some of those trips. And I bet that it's a lot more simple if you have a game plan than you think it is. So
a lot of people are close to getting those trips. Are they really though? Because per the income disclosure statement, over 90% of people are not earning any kind of money with trying to build this business. So what exactly do you mean by a lot of them? 1 or 2 people from your team?
Just kind of that plug for passport programs. If travel is something that really incentivizes you, take advantage of this program because it's amazing. Okay, I'm going to hand the time, back over to Hillman, and he's going to talk to you about some of the tools to set you up for success.
Thank you, Taylor. Yeah, truly just to echo what Taylor was saying, we have such an amazing program, the passport program. And like I said, we don't overwhelm you, but if you are interested in those trips, they are game changers. It's so awesome to be able to meet you guys, come through the office, go to these resorts, these amazing places. And you get to bring a +1, which is super awesome. We pick you up from the airport, we book your flight. So just an amazing experience, just to express our love and our appreciation for the field. And so if that's something that's kind of sparking your energy right now, be sure to talk to us, be sure to talk to your team and see how you can get on those trips. Okay. So I want to jump into set up for success. Remember our roadmap, we showed a little bit about who we are. And now we want to make sure that you understand kind of to make sure you are set up. So you understand kind of the ins and outs of your business. So the very first thing we're going to talk about on this list here is your XBO. We call it our XBO or Xyngular back office. If you haven't had a chance to log in, make sure you go in there and start to look around. Your back office is a great place for you to kind of know the ins and outs of your business, right? Know where your volume is coming from, who are you enrolling, if you have a distributor under you, are they enrolling people? Just a great kind of pit stop to see and gauge how things are going. I highly recommend plugging into your team and having someone teach you a little bit more about that so you understand the ins and outs of it. Not that it can get complicated, but we just want to keep it very simple for you. But the very first step, know how to log in, right? And if you have any issues logging in, again, we have a wonderful member service team that can help you to get in that, that username and password. That way you understand that is an important pit stop for you to understand and gauge where your business is at, okay? The next part that I want to plug in right now is just talk about our XDC. That stands for our Xyngular Distributor Community Facebook page. We say XDC all the time, so if you hear that, don't be lost. It just means a Facebook page dedicated just to our distributors. So this isn't just like, oh, let's put our members and customers. This is our distributors. So we have trainings, we have lives, we have guest speakers, we have updates. So a great place for you to plug in. Many of you probably heard about the new distributor success call from the XDC page. So to me, I always recommend that you not only join the page, but pin it on your Facebook. Make sure it's one of the first pages that you get highlights from, because it's a great way for us to communicate stuff to you and to get training to you and just anything that we wanted to communicate to the field, which is our distributors. Great place to be. After I talk, I'm going to drop the link in the comments or in the chat so you guys can see a direct link to that page. Okay. Like I was saying earlier, connect with your upline. There's no better way for you to stay connected than with your team, whether it be your upline or some of your uplines or the leaders that are in this team. They have industry experience. They have so much that they can contribute to you and helping you to be successful. So make sure you plug into your teams. Don't be alone on this. We are not a company that likes to leave people in the dark. We are a company that likes to give you, like Taylor said, resources, roads to success, pathways to success, trainings, anything that will help you to be successful and put that in your arms, in your hands to gain something from Xyngular. We're all for it, right? Your success is our success.
Anything for success. We're so good at training people, teaching them how to be successful in this business, yet over 90% of people earn a little to no income. How's that going for you then? You must be very good at training, as you say, for people to be successful when so many people are failing. Don't even try to say that people are failing because they're not working hard enough or because they're not in this Facebook group. That has nothing to do with it. This business is set up for people to fail. That's why so many people fail. It literally has nothing to do with their hard work or efforts. But oh well, of course it's the people's fault, right?
Please plug in. Please be connected with your teams. That's a great way for you to gain experience and learn from others. And seriously, we have such a great community that people are so willing to give up their time and their efforts to make sure that you're in the know. And we have a wonderful field development team that also wants to plug in with you too. So anyway, we want to surround you with love. So make sure that you guys are super connected to our community. At the very end of this new distributor success Zoom, I'm going to give you kind of a mark your calendar slide, just to show kind of the upcoming events. So if you haven't done so already, pull out your phone, pull out your calendar on your wall, whatever it is, So you can mark some of these events, such as a new distributor success call, or we do these opportunity calls, or these lives, or all these great things that we do. We want to make sure that you're in the know. That way you're connecting to our trainings and things on these on this Facebook page. So anyway, so kind of set up for success. Know your back office. Know that there's a Facebook page dedicated to our distributors. Connect with your teams. Connect with us. Again, you shouldn't be alone on this. We want to help you. So let us help you.
So we are 22 minutes into this call and there is no mention of the income disclosure statement. Do you think they're going to mention it by the end of the call? We're a little bit more than halfway into it and I'm really curious. I feel like they won't mention it at all, but let me know down below what you think. Will they just pretend that it doesn't exist? Because it contradicts every single thing that they said so far in this video.
One thing I'm going to plug in real quick is that as you're going through your back office, there is a place called Learn. And this is actually pretty brand new, but a very, very essential tool to help you specifically to get started with Xyngular. This Learn portal, think of it kind of like an online school where you're able to go through these specific modules and learn about different areas of your business to help you to get started. So if you can see here, there's a module that talks about getting started, right? The second one, find your why, right? Finding out why you're doing this in the first place is going to help you and fuel you to continue with Xyngular and be consistent in this business so you can help others. The third one, set up for success, is going to talk about your back office. It's going to talk about our Facebook page. A lot of the things that we talked about already is going to be found here. Some additions to that as well is that there's a part that says create your story. Maybe you're just like stuck on your story. You're not sure how to share it or put it together or how to share with your friends and family or others that you're trying to get interested into Xyngular. There's a great activity you can do on that module for you to get started and just kind of brainstorm ideas to get your story on paper and to rehearse it and to say it with energy and passion so other people can see it and get excited. And
wait, so you have to rehearse stories so that you tell them with energy and passion? If it's your story, you're most likely going to already have energy and passion when you're saying it to people. This just sounds to me like, why would you need to rehearse something that is actually true? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong with this one, but it just sounds a little bit weird.
Then the very end is build your brand, right? What makes you, you? We want to make sure you find your niche, find out what makes up you, and find great ways for you to share it with others. Again, huge resource for you as a new distributor with Xyngular to go through this Learn portal. Again, if you want to find out where this is at, go through your back office. You're going to go through and find a dashboard, and that dashboard is going to show you where to go for that Learn. If you're confused, please reach out to us. We will go step by step with you or connect with your team. I'm sure your team already knows how to get to this Learn, but it's a great way for you to get started with Xyngular. So it's just some things to plug in and set you up for success. So I'll turn the time back to Taylor to kind of talk a little bit about the last portion of our Zoom to talk about how to stay strong and to start strong. And then after which I'm going to kind of wrap it up with some of those mark your calendars, and then we'll kind of close out from there. So go ahead, Taylor.
Yes. So I love Learn so much, you guys. It was a tool that we just barely launched at our event in the spring, Xing Fling, and it is the perfect one-stop shop for new distributors, right? Especially if you're kind of like, oh, there's just so many different things to do and it can be overwhelming to know what I'm supposed to do. This is literally, like he said, there's modules that will walk you step by step. And by the end of that, you should feel confident in knowing like, okay, now I know the next step, right? Now I know how to move forward. So we're just going to talk a little bit today about starting strong and staying strong, right? It's easy to start in the beginning and feel like you have so much momentum and motivation to do the things. And then it can be hard to continue that, right? Maybe you see a little bit of success in the beginning and then you kind of hit this plateau, or people talk about like going through their warm market, right? And by the time people get through their warm market, that's when they're kind of like, okay, like maybe this isn't for me. So it's just about understanding that it's okay to start strong. It's okay to see that success, but then it's also normal to get to this place of like, okay, what is my next step, right? I've kind of gone through all of the people that are really close to me, my warm or my hot market. And so now how do I move forward with a strategy to help people that are outside of my inner circle, right? So just kind of keeping that in mind. And we're going to talk a little bit about how to continue to stay on that path. So we talked about the setup with Learn. Sharing is going to be the biggest step that you need to take throughout the entire journey with Xyngular, right? It's not just a beginning step. It's not just a starting step. It is the starting step, but it's something that you're going to have to continue to do even as you're up into the ambassador ranks. Like, that is still what you're going to continue to do. And I think that sometimes it can get so overcomplicated, right? So if you're ever getting to that place that we were just talking about of feeling like, oh, like maybe this isn't for me, or it used to be so simple, or I can't do that, right? Just come back to that basic and remember that it's about sharing, right? It's about enrolling. And how do you enroll? You share, right? So the first...
Notice how little talk there is about actual products. It's just, as she just said it herself, it's about enrolling, aka recruitment. But isn't that what makes a business a pyramid scheme? If most money flows from the recruitment, and if it's hyper focused on recruitment rather than the products are just kind of there to legally make it not a pyramid scheme. But I mean, it can still be a product-based pyramid scheme. So this kind of screams that to me, but also this says make a list and call, which sounds super, super old-fashioned to me with social media and everything that we have today. In Xyngular, whatever, apparently you still have to call people, which is like, why would you want to do that? That's really not what most people are comfortable with doing. Most people can't do sales, and especially sales over the phone. But let's just pretend as if anyone and everyone can do it. And this is why your income disclosure statement shows that more than 90% of your distributors earn a little to no money. But anyway.
First tip, and this is, again, really basics for people that are just starting, but even after you're on your way and after you have seen some success, coming back to this is always a great place. So if you're on here and you're not a new distributor, this is still for you, right? This is still a great activity for you to do, because again, it can get so overcomplicated that just coming back to this place of like, how did I start? How did I get my team started in the first place, right? So enrolling like a pro. So my first tip for you is going to be making a list and just calling those people. And I know that sounds so basic, and I know that sounds like, okay, well, like, then what, right? But this can be a little bit more intimidating than what some people think, right? Because you'll make that list and then you think like, oh, well, I'm not going to add this person to the list because this and this, right? So the key is just being completely unbiased and not letting your own insecurities and judgment like creep in. Truly just make a list of everybody you've ever known, right? And that doesn't mean that you have to call them right away, but just start there. Start with making a list and then start through and going and calling them, right? And this will do a couple things. First,
so make a list of literally every single person that you've ever known in your life or spoken to or heard of, and call them and try to recruit them. What? Do you know how bizarre that is? This is crazy. Oh my God. This is just so bad.
First of all, this will help you understand that it's okay to get no. That was going to be one of the first things that you'll need to understand, is kind of that go for no mentality, right? That it's okay. And of course you're going to get no sometimes. There's no way that anybody in network marketing can have a perfect track record of just getting yes every single time they present an opportunity to somebody, right? So just understanding and kind of getting comfortable with that, understanding that there's going to be people that this just isn't for them, and that's okay. But it's about finding the people that this is for them. I watched a training yesterday, and she said something along the lines of, I don't show up for the people that say no. I show up for the people that are going to say yes, right? So it's about understanding that, like, if you are continuing to get no and no and no, it's okay, right? You're not showing up for those people. You're going to show up for those people that are going to say yes, and you're only going to find those people if you continue to show up. So make that list and call them. When you're calling those people, my next tip is to be genuinely engaged with this potential prospect, right? So I always say, one of the things I always say is, if you approach it like you have a solution to the problem that they're presenting you, right? So they come to you and they're like, oh yeah, like I'm just not getting enough sleep. You don't have to be like, here's what you can do, try the sample, right? Like, and in the beginning, you might be a little awkward with your sales pitch, and that's okay, but it's about practicing and getting through that. But if they genuinely feel like you're listening to them and helping them, like, hey, you know what, I have something that could help you solve that problem, then they're going to feel that connection to you versus feeling like they're being sold to, right? So in the beginning, it's not always just about selling and like shoving samples and sales pitches down people's throat. If you're genuinely listening to what their problems are, then that's how you're going to best help them. And that's how you're best going to find the approach and the system and the strategy to help them hit their goals, right?
Okay, first of all, you're not helping anyone. And second of all, it doesn't matter how you pack it. Most people are still going to see that you're still just trying to sell them your product or even recruit them alongside selling them the product. And some people might go for it, like you said it yourself, if it's a warm market or people that trust you, your friends and family, but strangers online or someone that you met at some point in your life and you're just calling them and trying to talk to them and then trying to sell them these products for whatever problem they have, they're most likely not gonna go for it, because who the hell are you and why the hell should they trust you and your super expensive product?
Along those lines is you're going to get no's and you're going to get objections. And so if you're asking clarifying questions, that's going to help you overcome those objections, right? If they come to you and they say, okay, well, it's just too much money, right? Continue to ask questions, because a lot of people, price objections are a really hard one. People know that if they just say like, oh, it's just too much money, people don't want to talk about price and people's finances. So they know that it'll immediately shut you down and you'll just be like, okay, great. Like, see you later. Right. So, but if you continue to ask questions and help them get to the root of their problem, like, okay, like, if it's too much money for you, like what is something that could be within your budget? Right. And then having them give you a specific number, and just continuing to kind of like whittle down and get those clarifying questions out of the way so that you can really help them solve their problem. And then the next thing is having an action item and a place to send them when you're reaching out to them is always really valuable, because it can be awkward to reach out to people, right? Like you're like, oh, I'm reaching out to you, I'm trying to connect to you. And then it gets to the point where you're like, well, we don't really have anything that we're connecting over. So then you just get awkward and start giving like awkward sales pitches. So it can be nice to have a reason for reaching out to them, right? Even if it's just, hey, you know what? This company that I work for, I've seen really great success with the products. We're having an opportunity call next week to talk about the company a little bit. If you'd like to learn more, here's the details for that, right? And then if they show up, that's up to them. If not, then you did your thing, right? You still were reaching out and you were still making that connection. And so we have a neat Xyngular opportunity call that I believe is going to be next week. Is that right, Helaman?
Sorry, I'm going to skip right into it so that way we can have the date here.
Yes, I believe that that's next week. So having a reason to invite them to that and getting them connected, again, it can help people will get on there and share stories and successes that they've seen, and it can help them understand a little bit more about what Xyngular is without having the pressure to buy or have that, awkward face-to-face interaction if that's not something that they're looking for at the moment. So those are kind of the tips that I have for getting connected and sharing with people. And again, if you have questions about any of these steps, it can be really overwhelming. Reach out to someone in your field development team and we can walk you guys through that. So now that you're approach sharing and now that you're going to go out and you're going to do it and you're going to make your list, this is one of the things that you can get to if you are consistent with that, right? We talked a little bit about the quick start bonus earlier about kind of being rewarded for getting an early jump start on your business. So within your first 30 days as a distributor, you have the opportunity to earn an extra $100 bonus. And how you do that is you get 4 people underneath you with at least 120 PV. These don't have to be distributors, right? I get that question all the time. It's like, do these people have to sign up as distributors? No, it could be like your mom signed up underneath you and bought 120 points worth of products, and then your sister did, right? And if they want to be distributors, that's obviously amazing. Bring somebody along with you for the journey of building a business, but they don't have to be distributors in order to qualify for this. So this is just a great way to kind of give you that jump start. And who doesn't want an extra $100, right? Just for sharing the products that have helped them. So those are kind of the basics. Again, on getting started, I know I say basics and I just like fire hose a ton of information at you, but hopefully that helps. So I'm going to turn it back over to Helaman and he is going to give us some calendar housekeeping items.
Thank you, Taylor. Just to kind of echo what she said about getting started, that's just and I guess I want to preface this by saying we're running through this information pretty quick just because we want to value your time and make sure you guys get that good information. So
pretty quick, this is 38 minutes fucking long training call, sir. I'm almost falling asleep over here. How are you guys doing? I'm so sorry if this is as boring for you as it is for me. I think I pretty much said most of it. Like, there's very little talk about the products, very much about the events, spend more money here, spend more money there, recruit here. But like I said, I think the income disclosure statement actually just debunked everything that they said perfectly. It is a very long call and it should be very, very short.
Forgive us if we're talking really fast, if we're going all over the place. if there's anything that you want to take away from this, is that you're in the right place, right? You have already said yes. You already either upgraded or got started with us as a distributor. And we want to let you know that you're surrounded by love. You're surrounded by great people that want you to be successful, whatever that may be, no matter what kind of background you may have. And by doing so, by having the support and these tools, it all starts with you, right? What is it that you want to achieve? What is it that you're going for? And we're all for it, right? And so thank you, Taylor, for kind of sharing. She gave great information as far as very specific, actionable items that you can be doing to help people. And so that's just kind of a sneak peek of what we do as a field development team and what your team can do for you and what the Xyngular distributor community can do for you. So just please plug in and make sure that we're in your corner as far as a tool belt of resources for you. Okay. As promised, here's kind of your mark your calendars slide. These are great areas for you to tune into, but also bring people to, right? So Taylor mentioned the Meet Xyngular opportunity call. This is kind of is a Zoom, just like how we have set up today, but we bring in guests and we bring in people to talk about Xyngular, their takeaways. We kind of, shut up as a field development team and we let our field explain themselves of what the company is all about, which is super cool because you get great stories, great experiences. And so when you're talking and inviting and getting people started, invite them to these events, right? You don't have to do it. It's all set up. And the XDC page on the Xyngular distributor community page, you will see the links. You simply share that link, get them on there, get them excited, and just know a little bit more about us, right? On June 22nd, we do have a roundtable with leaders. Actually, I think I'm hosting that roundtable too. So hopefully you're not sick of me by then, but great opportunity. We're actually going to have some business builder recipients and nominees. And they're going to talk very specifically about retention and how to keep members excited, how to keep distributors excited, how to keep people excited with our products so that you can have residual income month to month. And so I'll be hosting it. I won't be talking a whole lot. I'll probably just be asking questions, but please tune into that roundtable. Great opportunity to talk about retention and ways for you to do so from our top nominees and Business Builder Award winners. There's another Distributor to Success call. So if you're liking what you see here and you want to get some distributors started, get them to that event on July 6th. We're going to have some other people hosting, but they're going to talk about some of the same information and getting them in the right direction and set up for success. And then if you yourself hit manager or will...
Can I just say, if these calls are supposed to excite distributors and keep their retention, for me, I don't know if it's just because I'm watching this for anti-MLM purposes, but this call was really, really boring. Still not more boring than the Trenant call that I made recently. I'm so sorry about that one. But yeah, pretty boring. I am pretty close to falling asleep and this video has been going on for a while, but we're almost there now, okay? A few minutes left.
We'll be hitting manager or have a downline to hit manager. July 7th, we host this manager school every month where we talk and we get in a guest invited, some of our greatest leaders in the field. And they talk a little bit about their story, how they get started, what are some things they do as kind of a peer and mentor Zoom, which is super cool. We do giveaways there. We have compliance come in and talk a little bit about what they do. Great opportunity. But again, this is a special invitation if you hit the rank of manager. So if you have hit it, you will get an invite. If you haven't yet, stay tuned. We're excited for you to hit that first rank, but a great opportunity to get more information there. So let me stop sharing for a minute. It's good to see your faces. I was not able to see many of your faces, so here we are. But thank you so much for tuning in. We just want to make sure you know, like I said before, and I know Taylor agrees with this, but we are just here to support you. We're here to help you. You're in a great community. I've been able to talk to so many distributors over the years, and I love what I do. I love being able to know who you are, where you come from, have that one-on-one interaction. There's no better place to be than with Xyngular. So we're so grateful that you're here. Let us know what we can do for you. If there's anything you can take away from this is, hey, head into that Learn library, go to those modules, connect to the XDC, connect to, you know, some of these great resources, connect to us, and we're just here to help. Taylor, do you have any last thoughts for our amazing new distributors here?
I don't think so, other than just, again, get connected in any way you can. There's no such thing as a stupid question. So if you're reaching out to your upline or you're reaching out to us, like, we would much rather you just be reaching out to all the outlets of support. So thank you guys for showing up tonight. It shows that you guys are ready to be invested in your business, and just let us know how else we can support you along your journey.
Thank you guys. Have a great evening, and we'll see you next time. We'll see ya.
Well, there we have it, guys. That's all we had for today. We've survived another almost 40-minute long, very, very boring training call. But I mean, I'm happy that we covered them. I'm happy that I was sent this anyway, because there was definitely a few problematic things that they said throughout this 40-minute long call. But yeah, like I said, I feel like their income disclosure statement just perfectly debunks everything that they said. Please leave your commentary down below, especially if I missed to comment on something. I know I was a little bit distracted with the income disclosure statement for the first part of the training. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. I appreciate you, and the algorithm's gonna appreciate you as well. You're a trooper. Don't forget to click that like and subscribe button. Also, please do not forget to check if you are subscribed to me, because YouTube has been unsubscribing people. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.